First thing first, I want to take this time out to welcome you all to my channel. Alright, blessings and love to one and all. This is Kadin Powell, aspirant inspirations, just adding value to persons, no matter your characteristic, no matter your background, no matter anything at all. Alright, so as you can see in the title below, this is all about habits. Habits, and this is part 2. So you know, so if you have a part 2, after have a part 1. Part 1 is in the description below. Be sure to check it out. I'll be teaching you guys how to turn your habits into a lifestyle and, you know, eliminate all the unnecessary routines in your life. So just stay tuned and let's change some lives together. Come, listen up and listen well. You can do whatever you want without limitation, whatever it may be. Anything you decide to make come true in your life, you can do that, but it's gonna take an inhuman amount of work. You see, you have to push yourself way harder than anyone has ever asked you to push. You're gonna push yourself way harder than you even ask yourself to push, right? You're gonna push till you reach that breaking point, and after you reach that breaking point, dust yourself off and tell yourself, say, hey, just get started. You gotta force yourself to an adaptation response. And why? Because as Malcolm X said, you know, the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. The future belongs to those who prepare for it today. Iron is not the hardest thing to break. It is your habits, especially the negative ones. Your outcomes in life are 100% dependent on your habits, right? We think that the thing that needs to change is our bank account, is our relationships, is our community, is the friends that we hang around. But really and truly, the thing that needs to change, you know, is your habits that manifest those outcomes, if you understand what I'm saying. If you have a messy room, you know, your room is dirty and stuff, and you actually set a goal to clean that room, the fact of the matter is, you know, by next week that room is gonna get dirty again. Because really and truly, you don't need a clean room, you need better cleaning habits. You don't need to lose weight, you need better eating habits or working out habits. You don't need more money, you just need more financial habits, more financial literacy. Very vital tip, you need to win the morning. You need to win the morning. You see, in order to win the morning, you know, you have to prepare from the night before. And if you win the morning, you win the day. And if you win the day, I hate that. In order to win the morning, you know, you have to start off with some positive habits. Alright, and don't be afraid to set a schedule. Set a schedule from the night before and just go back. Don't be afraid to start small. Alright, the reason why small habits really matter so much. Small habits don't transform your life overnight, but it's the consistency of it that really matters. So you see, the only way, the decision, the commitment, the momentum, the fire, everything, the only way those are gonna make sense, you know, is if you take immediate, massive what? Massive action. Alright, I wanna see some action in the comments. I want to see, make sure we see some action in the comments, you know. First thing, you need to wake up early. Yeah, you need to get up out of your bed. Wake up early. So after I wake up, the first thing I do is pray. You know, I'm a very God-fearing person. Pray. Thanks for health, thanks for strength, thanks for waking me up. Today is gonna be a very productive day. You know, you have to manifest it from the morning start. First thing you wake up. Second thing, make your bed. Make your bed.
If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never be able to do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made, that you made. And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. So if you want to change the world, start off by making your bed.
Third thing, exercise, right? You got to get the body up and running, man. Stretch, and it don't have to be any massive exercise, you know. I like to work out 2 organs per day. Like today I work out my shoulders and I work out my abs. Next day I work out my chest and I work out my arms. So it doesn't have to be any massive workout, but just get your heart racing, man. Burst some sweat. Number 4, listen to audio, read a book, watch some productive video. Alright, so you need to start your morning positive. Alright, you see, for the first 2 hours of your day, for the first 2 to 3 hours of your day, you don't need a phone. You don't need a phone, because first thing first, be a negativity on your phone. Alright, so the only way you need a phone now, unless that's what you're reading a book from, that's what you listen to your audio from, right? So just follow those tips and trust me, you're gonna develop some very, very good habits and even change your life. The real goal is not to run a marathon, but to become a runner. The real goal is not to write a book, but to become a writer. The real goal is not to get more money, but to be an entrepreneur. Once you have developed that identity, it's like you're not even trying anymore, right? It's like it's a part of your life. And if something is a part of your life, if you live that particular thing every single day, it is inevitable for you to get bigger, better, and even become a legend. When the sun comes up, you know, we have all the tapes, we have all the orders, we have all the books, we have all the resources, right? You see, it's time to work. You see, when the sun comes up, it's time to work, and not chicken with a jerk. You see me, and what's gonna separate you from the rest is that when it's time for work, a time for work, you know, not time for a jerk, no chicken, yo. Serious business. This is one of the most challenging things about habits, is that it's very, very easy to dismiss on any given day. What's the difference between you reading a book for 1 hour to develop yourself, or going out with your friends to some party for 1 hour? Truth and in fact, you know, there's not much of a difference. Today you look like the same person in the mirror, you act like the same person for now, but if you look 2 to 3 years down the line, you're gonna see a massive difference. So don't break the cycle of your habits, because once you break the cycle one time, that's all it takes. So one example I love to use, right? So if you're going in the forest and you have a massive tree, right? So you go out there with the axe and say, hey, I'm on a task to cut down this tree. If you go there and try to cut the tree in 1 day, you're not gonna accomplish it. You're gonna get discouraged. You're just gonna stop. Right? It's the same thing with habits. Like, you cannot get your habits in 1 day. It's a process. But if you really go to that tree and say, hey, every day I'm gonna go and I'm gonna give it 1 chop, right? So eventually, on a consistent basis, when you go there, today you give it 1 chop, next day you give it 1 chop, next day you give it 1 chop, and then you're gonna feel motivated and say, hey, I'm way past 1 chop right now. I can probably give it 2 chops. I can give it 3 chops, right? So you give it 3 chops a day now. Like next week, you say, hey, 3 chops, no, that's too small. I'm gonna give it 6 chops. They say I'm gonna give it 10 chops and I give it 12 chops. Then it turned out that you're giving the tree 100 chops per day, and in no time you even cut down more than 1 tree, probably even more than 2 trees, just because of consistency. So that is the same thing with habits. You just start small and it grows. So it's not a case where the situation gets easier or anything like that. It's just because you become a better person, you become a stronger person, just because you start small. If you find your passion, you know, you're gonna have this tremendous energy, you're gonna have this sustainable energy. The reason why we get in that passionate state is to change our lives, right? And the only way we can change our lives is to make a decision. You see, while you are in that passionate state, you know, that's the time that you should make a decision. You can't make a decision like, I'm not sure. No, man, you don't make a decision like that. If you make a decision without momentum, without passion, you're gonna have a very, very hard time achieving that goal. It's decide, commit, and resolve. A lot of us, we've got the momentum, we've gotten the passion, and we decide, hey, I'm gonna make this decision, I'm gonna go all in, all out. Alright, but this decision is just the first step. Decision is just like a maze, you you have a lot of directions to go. You say, hey, I'm taking that one, hit that the one that me I take. But commitment now is when I say, hey, I'm gonna do this by all means necessary, no matter what it takes. If it's a ratio of 1 to 1,000 and the odds are not in my favor, I'm gonna do it no matter what. That is commitment. And the third state now, resolve. Resolve means it's done. That it's done inside of you, so it's done out there. There's no question whatsoever. It is done. Massive action is the cure all. No matter any situation you're in, massive action is the answer. Whatever it is that you're big enough, you're bold enough to dream, as long as you're deliberate and intentional about it. Alright, I'm gonna tell you, it's not always gonna be in your favor. A lot of times you're gonna feel like giving up, right? But trust me, as long as you're deliberate and you're intentional about it, you're intentional that, hey, I'm gonna do this Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it is not gonna happen by luck. I repeat that. It is not gonna happen by luck. You are gonna be the one that made that happen by taking massive action. Productivity is always intentional and deliberate. Every single day, if you build on those habits, one day you're gonna wake up and your dreams become a reality. Trust me. Hey, you can't just say I want it, You can't just say I want it. You can't just watch the video and get motivated and say, hey, I want this as bad as I want to breathe. It's easy to say it, but when it's time to get down to the nitty gritty, everybody have lion pan them profile, Everybody have lion pan them profile. Claims them a beast. Them walk like a beast. Them talk like a beast. Everybody call them a beast. But when it's time to be a beast, them call up. Hey, time to go to work. You have a mission to accomplish. And that mission is not, I repeat, that mission is not gonna accomplish itself. Saying if you get up off of your ass and do something. If you don't put in the work today, the mind-blowing, the back-breaking, the unending, the life-changing work today to change those habits, to develop yourself into somebody bigger and greater, the world is gonna pass you by. And the man that is willing to do that, just grab everything. There's one thing I can tell you right now, I'm 100% sure about that. There is somebody out there doing the things right now that you are afraid to do. Somebody out there is outworking you. Somebody out there is doing the things that I'm saying right now. Somebody out there is doing the work of failing and getting up and failing and getting up and failing and failing, getting up again, failing and getting up again, just to get those habits deep inside of them so it can become a lifestyle. There's someone right now that's putting in that work to change their habits, and if you don't do that, the world is gonna belong to them.